Hello, hello, hello. You know what time it is? It is Wednesday, and it's time for another Wednesday Wisdom Nugget. So, as you can see, it doesn't get any more relaxed than this. I am sitting cross-legged in my bed, and yes, this is relaxing. This is the place that I find the most rest and relaxation, and that's what I'm talking about today. So let me go with the verse and then I'll give you the title. So I am coming from First Peter chapter 5, verses 6 to 7. And this is the New International Version, and it reads, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety, not some, all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." So my title is Relax, Relate, Release. So back to what I was saying. Where do you find the most relaxation? My most relaxation and where I can really just unwind and empty out my brain is right here in my bed. I can get so comfortable and I sleep well. I don't care what happens. That's one thing I can do is sleep. I can sleep very well. So you have to find the place that relaxes you. Relaxation is a part of life, and I'm just seeing so many people that are so on edge. And a lot of the time, sit back and ask yourself, what can I change? And if you think and if you can't change it, God literally had to sit back and tell me, why are you worried about it? You can't change it. And he literally had to ask me that question because sometimes, like I told y'all all the time, I'm an overthinker and I can really just my brain will start going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I'm supposed to be here and my brain is just all the way in 2045. And God is like, okay, come back, come back. Let's just think about right now. Okay. Why are you thinking about this, that, and the third? And yes, you just have to stay in the present moment when your mind gets like that. And you have to ask yourself, what can I change with this? And if you can't change it, why are you worried about it? That's a part of the first step to getting your mind and your body to relax. And every time I ask myself that question, what can I change? And if inside I'm thinking and I'm like, I can't change anything about this, that's when I'm able to go, I'm able to take that deep breath. Deep breathing is another way to relax. It's one of the best ways to relax. And if you want to take it a step further, close your eyes and think about a place that gives you the most relaxation. For me, it's the beach and being around my family. I'm the most relaxed around my family and also on vacation on the beach. And that is really meditation, if you ask me. Just closing your eyes, taking deep breaths, and just keep your mind on good things. Keep your mind on relaxed things, whatever relaxes you. If it's a place, if it's being around someone, if you have to just keep reciting positive affirmations, Bible verses, whatever works for you, you have to find that place to relax. Because when you're tense, you can't think clearly. It brings on stress. It can also bring physical ailments in your body, and you don't want that as you get older. And it gets worse and worse and worse. That's why a lot of people are on blood pressure medicines. You have to learn how to really just stay in the moment. And you also have to know your body and know yourself. If you're taking on too many projects, you have to sit back and say, you know what? Let me take a step back. Let me get out of this project. If it's a person that's getting on your nerves, you know what to do. Cut that person off or love them from a distance. You have to sit back and assess what is stressing you out and if you can change it. If you can change it, change it. If you cannot change it, why are you worried about it? And relate, the word relate. I think what helps me when I'm really going through, or when I'm worried, or when I feel just overwhelmed, relate. Think about it. I think everyone is family in some way, shape, or form. Even people that you don't know and you think that you're different from them. What God has to remind me sometimes is you are not alone in this. Whatever you're going through, it just feels like you're alone. But there is somebody else who is going through the same exact thing. Share your story. And for me, I've learned that transparency has been my therapy. Even when I couldn't do therapy, or I didn't feel comfortable going to therapy, just talking to a friend or just sharing my story, it helped someone else. Or to hear someone say, you know what, I've been through that same thing. That's what relating with someone is about. Stop holding in your story. Share your story. Help somebody else, because helping somebody else should help you, because that's exactly what it does for me. It's freeing. Imagine being a person with all of this trauma inside of you, and you're waking up every day, you're angry and mad at the world, and that's so many people, and it's just piled up stuff from your childhood, your teenage years, your young adulthood, and now you're 30, 40, 50, and 60, and you have all of this stuff just built up inside of you, and you're angry at the world, and everyone's looking at you like, what did I do to you? That's so many people. Please let it go. Let it out. And a lot of people don't realize that they're blocking their blessings because they're not releasing it. And that's the last word. Release that. You have to release it. I don't care how you release it. There's been times where I've set up and talked about stuff that I haven't talked about in years because I didn't feel comfortable. I was ashamed of being judged. But once I let all of that go and I started talking about stuff, I was able to release it. Yes, I cried in front of people, whatever I had to do, but it was released. But the feeling that you feel after you do all of those things, it is unmatched. When you finally let go of your pain, it is a great feeling to know that it's released. And there's so many people, I'm telling you, that have blocked blessings because they won't sit down at a table and talk to their family members who hurt them. And sometimes it's our perspective too. Sometimes we're too sensitive. Sometimes we think that what that person did to us, it hurt our feelings, but in actuality, that wasn't their intent. Now, sometimes with family, it is their intent. They meant to hurt you. And that's where you have to dig deep within, and you have to forgive them anyway. You just forgive them. Now, forgiving doesn't mean that we're best friends. I got to hang with you. I got to be around you. It's a lot of people, family and friends, or former friends, that I love at a distance. And I'm okay with that because I am at a period and a point in a mental state where it's certain types of situations, people, places, things. I'm not rocking with that anymore. I got to go over here. You still on that? You can stay right there. That's all a part of releasing. And how can you grow if you don't release? You can't get mad at God if God's not doing certain things and you've been praying and praying and praying. God, I've been praying, and you crying. God, I've been praying. Why haven't you opened up this and that? Because you still got a bad attitude. Because you still don't know how to talk to people. Because you're still harboring anger. Let that mess go. Release it. There's so much stuff inside of us that has to be changed. And certain levels, you have to quickly get it. It's certain, blessings and certain levels of success. You cannot go to those levels of success as the same person and cussing people out. And if someone steps on your foot, oh, I'm about to fight them. Imagine if you were a high profile business owner and someone steps on your foot and you're ready to fight. You would lose it all. You would lose everything that you've worked hard for. And that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's us blocking our own blessings. Release that trash. Release those negative spirits, inside of you. Release your old way of thinking. It wasn't serving you then, it's not serving you now. Relax, relate, release. When are you going to sit back, assess yourself, and just find a way to really relax, relate, and release? That's all a part of healing. No, it doesn't feel great. I'm going to be honest with you. It's uncomfortable. It feels, sometimes I'm telling you, I'm in that season. It feels horrible. But if I think about how horrible it makes me feel every day, I will feel horrible. So I think about the good things about it. Um, when you finally heal and when you free yourself from all the stuff that was keeping you from moving ahead, it's a good feeling. And it's like people who finally release, you can even tell. When someone is healed, think about a person who is an alcohol addict. They're addicted to alcohol. They're addicted to alcohol or drugs, whatever. And they finally get healed. And you see them versus from who they used to be. And you're like, wow, like you released all of that pain. When someone releases pain, you can see it. Like you can see the glow all on them. And I'm telling you, there's some seasons in your life of blessings. You have to let all of that mess go to really get to that point. And until you do, until you decide to leave the old you behind, you're never going to get to certain blessings. So that's my charge to you and myself. Release the past. Relax, relate, release. And again, for the last time, whatever you're worried about, can you change it? If you can't change it, why are you worried about it? Let it go. And that is what I have for you on this Wednesday. Let it go. Relax, relate, release. Book that vacation, book wherever, that spa trip, whatever is going to get you relaxed because you've just been so tense and uptight. Let it go. Smile. It's going to be all right. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.